Hey, good morning. What is up, guys? It's going to be a beautiful day today. It's early for me. It's like 9 o'clock. I got up at, what time? It was 7:30. I had my truck pre-filled of scrap. I didn't film any of it, but I got a whole bunch of money. I got about $300. I had copper and brass, and I had steel and everything. So I went to the scrap yard first, and I dropped it all off, and now I have a whole bunch of spending cash for this auction that I'm at today. It's going to be a neat auction. It says it's a whole bunch of museum artifacts, so museum pieces and exhibits. Sounds really interesting. I was looking at a few of the pictures, and I could tell it was from the old Science and Technology Museum here in Ottawa. I recognized a lot of the exhibits from when I was a kid, because I used to go to this museum in field trips and stuff. So it'd be kind of neat if I could actually buy one. We'll see what they look like. I don't want to have to load anything too heavy into the back of the truck. So anyways, I'm going to take you in there and see if I can see anything. There's also lots of shelving, like heavy duty, like forklift type shelving. You know, you have to kind of like a Costco or Home Depot type. Costco or Home Depot type shelving. It's small sale. Yeah, so we'll see what that's like. Not too many cars here. You can kind of see the area that I'm in right now. It's a big industrial park. If you can see here, there's hardly any cars at all. I could count all the cars and trucks on both my hands. There's that few people here, and it starts in about half an hour. So that's good news. I don't like too much competition. Yeah, so people are gonna start showing up. Anyways, I'll unhook the GoPro from my little mount here, and I'll bring in and see if we can see anything. What is this stuff? God, old movie projector. love
When
this
in
thing.
doubt, Ron will take it.
Many quarters in this thing over the years.
Did you?
Every time I go to the museum, yeah.
Road chicken.
What? Oh no, you put your quarter in there and it goes around in a circle, you know? And it goes around and around and around and around. Yeah. I remember.
It says it's not for sale.
I know, I would have.
How come? Did somebody get it here ahead of time?
They beat us to it. Holy crap. Capacitors. Cast iron. Just pulled in back home right now. I'm pooped. Spent about 450 bucks today, and I only have half of it. The other half is still there. I have to go back on Monday. It's Saturday today, so they're gonna be back open on Monday, bright and early. It makes me nervous to leave my stuff there though, because you know I just don't trust anybody. But it's 4 o'clock now, and he said he was going to be there till 5, and the doors close at 5 o'clock. So, I mean, when I left there were a handful of people, and you know, I just don't like leaving my stuff behind. So I think everything should be fine this time. Anyways, I got a whole bunch of lots there, and you know, as you're going, you're marking them down. You're supposed to mark. I was starting to mark down how much I paid for them, but I slowly lost track. It was going so fast. Anyways, the ones with asterisks beside them are the ones I have to go back for. Yeah, wow, that was crazy. Lots of cool stuff. We'll just have to wait and see if it's all worthwhile. Oh, I bought some McDonald's, some Rotten Ronnies just on my way back here. Every time I buy McDonald's, it reminds me about why I shouldn't buy it. It's just awful stuff. Full. I'm slowly going to go through it and show you what I got. I just took everything out of my truck. It's all out here in the driveway. Big, huge mess for me to clean up. So that's going to be my job for tonight. So I feel half and half about this stuff here, because a lot of it is very, very outdated, but there are a few really neat items that I'm excited to sell. On the tailgate right now, I just have this little mini disc micro cassette. This is a micro cassette that I believe that format was a short-lived media format. And anyways, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to check it out. I have to find the AC adapter for that, and it comes with the instruction booklet. So that's a vintage electronic item that might be able to sell all right on eBay. That's just a little stereo amplifier. Maybe I'll eBay that. I have a few of these speakers, and I have sold these speakers on eBay before. It takes a little while, but they will sell. Not so much the computer ones. I just throw those in with my e-waste. This is like a little triangle one. So maybe I'll make a lot of speakers. A whole bunch of these plexiglass circles. This is something that Christine found on the side of the road today when they were going to the beach. Nice little bread box. And then a box of hardware. Yeah, so this is something that I picked up today at the auction. It is a I don't know what it is. Not yet, at least. But it's very good condition. Comes with a little crate, so I'm thinking eBay for that. Big box full of AC adapters and wire. Got all these picture frames here. They're all from IKEA, and they're pretty nice. So got a whole bunch of them there. I'm not going to take one out. I don't want to scratch them up too much. Anyway, so either I'm thinking about flea market with those ones, or I'll sell them in a lot on Kijiji. And these Express View receivers here, the only thing good about these are the remote controls. Everything else is scrap. These things get outdated so fast. I don't bother with them at all. So, but the remote controls, I do pretty well with those. This is some sort of display, I don't know. Yeah, something to do with an exhibit. Has a little bit of scrap in there that I'll take apart, and I'll just you know, I was thinking about, you know, trying to salvage some of this wood because I got a few other cases. Now this thing here is one of the things I'm pretty excited about. So this is a CD player. Well, I think it's a very early CD player. Technics SL-P1200, and it's got this thing. I don't know what that is. So fees charged for use of network music CDs, and there's a whole bunch of fee system here. And there's the address for the museum. It's still there, but it's a much more modern new museum. They closed down the museum for a full year or more, and they built a new one. It's really nice. I've been there a couple times now. Yeah, so pretty little unit, and I'm excited to sell this guy. This is a radio from a Volkswagen, old Volkswagen. That might actually be a Volkswagen Bug for all I know, so that could be worth some money, so I'll keep that in mind. This is a little meter. It came in 2 parts, but it's actually powering on. The battery still works. Little pocket vision TV thing. It's interesting. This is a tester. Test armature fault indicator. So I imagine you put the armature for a motor on there, and you can use these leads to test it. So that will be an eBay thing. These hole punches, believe it or not, do sell. I've sold hole punches on eBay before. I already have one of these up on eBay. This is a balloon filler for helium tank. And the one I have on eBay right now, I think I'm trying to sell for $50. So I have 2 of them now. So that's really good. And I have a couple more valves, more gas valves now. So those are interesting. This one has a little gas dispenser on it. A couple of these fans, VHS tape, and this thing here, another testing thing, maybe like a little miniature oscilloscope. So I think this little box here is probably my favorite from this whole haul for today. So this is Northern Electric, made in Canada, patented 1945. So there's a whole bunch of these little dials. Some of them are, you know, not in that great of shape. Some of them are in very good shape. Anyways, that is really cool. There's a whole bunch of other little parts like discs and everything down in there. So definitely thinking about selling these on eBay. And I bet you anything I can make over $100 on this little box right here. Yeah, because these aren't like, these are all metal. Sure, they're hard to come by. So yeah, I thought that was really cool to find all these things. This is another telephone thing. I'm not sure what it is, but again, it's Northern Electric. And yeah, some other electronic equipment here. Panasonic Video DA. Not sure what it all does. I had a whole bunch of packs of nuts and bolts. These things are some probes from Omega. There's 3 of them. Got a whole bunch of pieces of aluminum, you know, various aluminum parts. This is like a power brick system there. You can, I don't know, more nuts and bolts there. Miscellaneous stuff. Got a few phones. Again, just like some sort of power bar. Looks like a homemade type thing. I want to take the transformer off of that. And whenever I see these little things here, I always grab those too, because even when they're used, I sell them. This is, what's in here? Oh yeah, this is just a whole bunch of IC chips. There's just a whole bunch of these. A little while back, I went through a whole bunch of these IC chips, and I actually did all right. I sold them on eBay. I did okay. So some of them are pretty generic and worthless. Others are hard to come by and more expensive. Testing thing. Dynascan. This is like for lighting. I think it's pretty outdated. Some sort of piece of equipment there. Oop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's outdated. Anything to do with lighting, if it's not LED, then it's, you know, you're gonna have a hard time selling it. This is a new motor. Just bought that. or a motor that has had very little use. Little shoebox full of these things. I think I remember looking up these before, and they sell pretty well. Down here is just some remote controls. There's a really old one there. It's pretty neat. And I think there's another older one down in here somewhere. Yeah, like that. So yeah, these remote controls, I usually just throw them into a box and sell them all at once. This is a box full of tweeters, little speaker tweeters, a whole bunch of them. A CRT tube, I don't know what that's from. For all I know, it could be a replacement part for a oscilloscope. And in that case, maybe definitely have some value. There's a camera. This old Panasonic. And this one is a camera too. That's a Sony. $3CCD. I did a quick eBay search on that, and a whole bunch of them came up. Not of this model, but I think of earlier, more recent ones, and they were all selling for quite a bit. So let's just take VHS. Can't tell. This pile is just full of computers, little thin computers. I'm not sure what that is. If anyone wants to try and take a stab at that. The label here says 1987 Tektronix, and see, it has a cord on it. It was all wrapped up in paper. Not sure what it would be. This is all brass. This is my second load. I'm going to have one more load to come to the auction. See it here. Sink, a whole bunch of wire down there. Nice TV. I'm gonna try and sell that. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of panels down there, and big huge generator. This is a nice new dishwasher. It's really heavy. It's portable on casters. So I gotta go home. I'm gonna go home, unload this. I got a busy day. I got eBay sales to pack and ship, and I have a pickup in my shop to go and pick up. He has some air conditioning units for me. I'm just going on fumes, man. Here's the scrap from my shop that they gave me. I had to take the trailer off and put this on, and because I had 2 big air conditioners and a hot water tank, and I was surprised to see this. This is a big piece of copper piping here. I rarely ever see this at the shop. But the reason why, I think partially the reason why I got it was they're just so busy right now because there's a huge heat wave going on, and they've been getting called left, right, and center. So I guess technicians put that in their truck and they weren't able to take it because they're so busy. But I also got a whole bunch of other copper down here. All this copper right down in there, and then there's piece of copper piping around here. That's from my drop-off bin. Got a couple motors. Yeah, so I cleaned up real good. I got 2 condensing units too, and a furnace. So that was good. That was from the shop. But I'll show you what I got at the auction. That was my second haul today. I'm gonna have to go back again tomorrow. I'll show you real quick. This is a bunch of wire that I bid on, and I got it for, I forget how much, but you know, I'm not really counting how much each item costs. I just go by the base amount that I spent, which was about $4.50. And so that's just a big pile of wire down in there. This one is you know, just bare copper, but most of it's insulated wire, and not quite sure what I can do with that. Maybe I can resell it like that to someone who does electronic work. But that bucket's really heavy, so it's good scrap value. This is kind of interesting. It's a bunch of, oops, that just fell apart. This is a knob and tube. This is an old way that they used to do electrical work in houses and buildings. That's the old wiring. So yeah, knob and tube. I don't know if that will sell at all on eBay. And here's all the brackets that you know, they used to screw that. It connects like that with a wire in here. A lot of insurance companies won't insure your house, so that if your house is wired with knob and tube, or you know, they don't, insurance companies don't like it. So I saw one thing, I got a bunch of these old switches here. These ones I don't think are desirable by collectors, but I'll show you one that is, that I found in here. Just saw it briefly. Yeah, here we go. These things are very sought after by collectors. Even has, you can't really see it, but it has GE, the GE logo there on that switch. And when you find them, yeah, you can get a pretty penny for it. It's even better if it has the plate. If it doesn't have the plate, then you get less, but this one has the plate, so that's really good. So I'm excited to see how much I can get for that. But yeah, if you want, you can punch into Google vintage 2-button wall switch and see what comes up. You'll be surprised. Well, it's been a crazy last few days because I've been doing so much back and forth with that auction, and I've been doing some other pickups. I got a big pickup from my drop-off bin, but it's the next day, and then we just got back. We did a final load from that auction. The truck and trailer is full of stuff. I'm going to go through it, take it all apart, because it's a beautiful day and I don't have anything else planned today. I did all my packages from eBay, and those have to go to the post office still, but Christine's going to do that for me. So I'll show you the stuff that I got yesterday real quick. So there was one lot that I bought, and it came with a whole bunch of electrical panels, and it came with this thing. This thing is massive. It's a big transformer. I just took the casing off of it yesterday. I could barely move it. What I'll have to do is I'm going to have to tear it all apart. I'm going to have to take all this bar off. That's all copper. This is all copper in here. And then I think once I start like really taking it all apart, it's going to lighten it up quite a bit, because this piece right here, and you know, it's really thick. That is where all the weight is right there. That's really heavy. So anyways, lots of copper on this thing. It's going to be interesting on how much, but I think what I'll do is I'll just take my angle grinder and grind that, and then yeah, cut off there, and then I'll have to just bang it through, and I'll get a whole bunch of copper out of it. So some displays, nothing too interesting really. A lot of these old things are just garbage, you know. I don't think, really old stuff, electrical stuff. Oh, this is a motor. It looked like it may have been a display at one point. Oh, it's like seeds. They're like seeds in resin or plexiglass or something. Huh. I wonder what that would have done. Maybe a look at it under a microscope. Some speakers and some boxes there. Metal boxes or aluminum. Not sure. Picked up this heavy duty shelf. Oh, that's breaking a little bit. Darn it. Oh well. Maybe I can glue that back together. But yeah, this shelf it's really thick wood. It's really heavy. Just gonna lift it up for a second and show you what's underneath it. So that and the transformer was all in one big pallet, and you put it on my trailer with the forklift. Really heavy duty switches here. They have some copper inside and the fuses to go with them. see if I can show you one. So they have a lot of these old fuses here. Maybe those are worth something. But yeah, I mean, these things are copper here. It's too much work to take it all apart, so I just throw it all in as a shred. These are 3 panels, full of breakers. Yeah, this one is actually missing some right there, but the other ones are just full of breakers. They're all 15 amps. There are some 20s, but that's about it. So yeah, definitely interested in taking all those out and selling them. So I got 4 panels here. That is really cool. This is a dishwasher. I think I bought it for like $20. It is really heavy duty guy, and it's never been used. Yeah, I got a sink. It's a big sink here, stainless steel commercial sink, and it has the faucet to go with it. It's a pretty nice faucet, and some other attachments. And I'm not sure what this thing is yet. Some sort of dispenser for water or soap. It's a pretty unique sink. It has 3 compartments there. This is just like my scrap pile, you know, cords and boxes and stuff. So that's just all scrap. And this stuff is all keep to see if it's worth anything. And this, I can't remember if I showed you this TV, but I'll show you the back of it in closer detail. So this is a really old TV, and it's the old, has a whole bunch of tubes on the back of it, and definitely interested in selling this. So it has a whole bunch of these glass tubes here. That one's kind of coming out. So I'm going to try and sell that. Maybe I'll ask for $100 for that. It's too bad it's missing the back here though. I think it had some sort of cardboard backing on it. I'm going to turn off the video, get to work. I'm just going to take it easy a little bit. I think first I'm going to have to empty out the truck and the trailer. I had a hard time. Well, no, I didn't have a hard time, but yeah, the guy put there's a pallet in there with this box, and it was really heavy because it's full of transformers, like stuff like this. That's a big transformer there, and that one there was heavy. A lot of these Allison transformers, and it's squishing a box that's underneath it. See, it's just full of these Hammond transformers, you know, brand new stuff. So that's a really good box right there, and it's squishing another box underneath it. Super heavy. And then the other good thing is a whole bunch of these video discs. Sony LaserMax video disc player, and I think it's just a player. I don't think it's a recorder, if there is such a thing as a laser disc recorder. But I have I think about 15 of them. I'm going to count them, and I have a whole bunch of laser discs to go with it. Quick little update video here, guys. I've gotten through a couple boxes so far. Now this box here, you're going to see in a minute why it was so heavy and unmovable. See, it just squished this box underneath it. I don't remember this one being on top of this one, but I found it like this today. So someone put this one on top of it, and you can see why. It's just full of transformers. Whole bunch of these transformers, new in box, you know, whole bunch of them. It was full, and I've moved a lot of them aside over onto that shelf right over there. This was a different box altogether, and it has a whole bunch of componentry, full of capacitors, relays, other stuff, more capacitors. Just a lot of stuff that I don't even know what it does. I don't know, but these are all pots. There's a lot of pots in here. That's the potentiometer. So that is a little device that controls the volume on No, I don't want to take it out because it has bolts in there, but it just controls the volume and tuning of electronics. And I think a lot of vintage electronics people, repair people, will want those. Whole bunch of stuff down here. So yeah, I'm just trying to get it out of the trailer so I can get the trailer unhooked from the truck. That's my first goal. And I just put this shelf up here, trying to kind of organize it a little bit. But you see here, it's just a whole bunch of these big transformers of Allison and Hammond, Mallory. They're all pretty good names. And see, they're all new in box. Some of this stuff, I don't know what they do, what it is, but I think it's all good stuff. Oh boy, I found another one of these. The adapter is still stuck in that box. I can't forget about that. Gone through a couple more boxes, guys. Boxes like this size. Now this one is full of it's more modern telephone stuff, and you know, a lot of it's not to be overlooked, but it's not very exciting. Kind of like a little switch like this, but it's cracked. It's too bad. I like finding little switches like that. This one is full of these packets of the spring cords for the handsets. So that's not why I turned on the radio. The radio. It's not why I turned on the camera. So in that box I found some more of these. Where are they? Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, so I found 2 more dials for the old telephones. And it's in very, very good condition. Western Electric, USA. Such a neat little contraption. So I have 2 more of those. There's one there. Where'd it go? I lost it already. Oh yeah, it's right there. I got 2 of those. So that's the type of stuff you expect to find at a museum auction. And I got these, and I'm pretty sure these are what the operator would have used, you know, when they're connecting telephone lines. Pretty sure they're original. And I have this. That's the female end of it. So it would go right inside there. Connect to telephone calls. Pretty sure that's what that is. Neat stuff. So that's that. And in here I got a couple of these parts. I don't know if they're replicas or not, but these seem to be original. That's like the speaker or the receiver, one or the other. Made in China. Not sure what's in there. Anything? Well, that's just more of those weight for dial tone labels. And I found a whole bunch of more in here. Some of them, yeah, I see, like made in Canada. Some of them appear to be original. Maybe some are replicas. Can't tell. This one here says fungus treatment. And WE company, Western Electric. A lot of the stuff, I don't know what it is. So yeah, that's just a whole bunch more telephone type equipment. So one more thing to show you guys here. Look at these beauties. Western Electric Instrument Company, Newark, New Jersey. Model 924. So it's an old amp meter. It's big and it's heavy and it's in amazing condition. I got 2 of them. That glass is kind of separating a little bit, but this is not. That's special. That's the type of stuff you expect to find in box lots from a museum warehouse. Wish I could find more of this stuff. I don't think I have much more of it. We'll see. I still have the whole truck to go through. You know, at this auction, I wish I could have it all. I was pretty jealous when I saw some of these things. When I saw some of what the other people were getting for really cheap, I was pretty jealous. But you can't have it all, right? You can't have it all. So I'm just happy with what I got. Well, let's see what else we got here. So I got more boxes of goodies to go through. 2 more boxes. I think there's some more boxes down there, and then I'm going to start pulling through, taking these out and stacking them. I'll show you a couple things on the truck, but first I want to show you my laser disc collection here. So there's 14 of them. Laser Max. It's by Sony Laser Max Laser Vision video disc player. And it looks like the video out is a coaxial cable. It has the RCA connectors and then this connector here, and that's it. And you can see here that all of them have a sticker like this on the back, so I guess they were testing it, and last ones were in 2000s, so that's 2004. And some of them have a little marking, like this one right here. It says new optics May 2005. So I think they actually repaired them when they went bad. Show you what came with this. Oh my gosh. So I'm the proud owner of a huge collection of video discs. These boxes right here. And I'm telling you, man, this is a big fail. I don't know what to do with this stuff. So I'm not going to show you all the boxes, but inside are a whole bunch of these. These are video discs, and a lot of them are like Canada in space and other stuff. Yeah, this one's Canada in space. It seems like they bought a lot of them. So this is number 10 and 11, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way up to 11, and they must have like 5 or 6 sets of Canada in space, all in here. And these boxes are extremely heavy. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these things. When I first took a peek in here, and I was really hoping that these were sealed like discs that didn't have anything on them. See, like this one says space update for 1997. So I was really hoping that it would just be a brand new sealed disc, but it's not. They've all been written on. So those boxes are a bit of a fail. Now what do we got over here? That's another one. This box here is a bit different. You know, I'll kind of go over it real quick, but it's a lot of so these are all records, so that's a bit better. At least they're more collectible. Time records, so there's a lot of sound effects in here. Cowbells, chickens, horses. More, that's a testing record. More testing records. Test record for the audiophile series. I don't know if that's any use. This one's kind of neat. 2001 Space Odyssey, the soundtrack. It's in there. Yeah, it's in there. It's nice. I like the artwork on that. Sound of Airplane at War. Who's this dude? Pointing up. It's not a very good title for your album. And then, yeah, so from here on out, there's a whole bunch of these that are sound effects or elevator music, I guess, classical music. Whole bunch of them here, more sound effects. Live mechanical sound effects. I don't know who would want to buy some of these. Okay, and then I have a bunch of these box sets from Reader's Digest. Easy listening. So I guess this is like the elevator music. Just big box sets. And this is a video disc called Planetscapes. Space discs. So I'll take a look at this one. And I got a whole bunch more in here. So some are, there's no jazz or blues. There's some weird ones in here. I don't know. George Beverly Shea, Christmas, Top Gun, Dave Dudley, 6 Days on the Road, best of 1966, organ and chimes. Yeah, and there's all the sound effects ones. Whole library of them. Goes on and on and on. What's this one? War of the Worlds, the actual broadcast. It's kind of interesting. All done sorting all of my stuff out of this truck here, and it's a lot. Up here, what's left over is just some minor componentry, nothing really valuable here. It's just all scrap, some labels and wire and weird stuff like this. It's just miscellaneous wire and switches down in there. More wire, lighting. These are some clamps for piping. A whole bunch of pulleys. So they have the parts, the numbers on them and everything. So we'll see how much those are. I can resell them for. Oh, sorry guys, I feel like I don't have very much energy. It's been a long day. But lots of good stuff in this haul. A whole bunch of wires and phone cables. There's just a little display. You turn it like that, and I guess it used to have something inside there. That's the rope light. I think I showed you that before. The whole roll of rope light. Those are, people like to use that for on their staircases and stuff. It's good weather. It's good to be outside in the weather. There's all that stuff. Transformers. I think I showed all of that before. Trying to think if there's anything over here. Not really. It's just a big mountain of cardboard that I have to deal with. Luckily this week is cardboard collection week. Not too much else over here. Just some brand new gas regulator. I think that's a gas regulator too. Found a few of these pressure switch things, so those are pretty neat. I like stuff like that to resell. This is some sort of Delta part. I think it's new in box. Capacitors for days. This box is full of these virgin boards, and a whole bunch of them down here. Video board, it says, and these look like copper, but it's plastic. So a whole bunch of boards down in there. Got a whole bunch of boxes like this that are just miscellaneous adapters and wiring. Never seen one like this before. Box of security cameras, Panasonics, and a couple other brands. Some other wiring that goes along with it, or doesn't. DC adapters. So this side here is non-coax. So you got your data cables and other wiring. Most of these boxes are half empty, and this here is coaxial cable, and these boxes are pretty much all full. This thing is new in box, but it's old, obsolete. Don't know about this. It's a projector of some sort, liquid crystal projector, sharp vision. I think it's kind of old. A lot of this stuff is from early 2000s. So I got two door closers. This one is just the hardware, so I think I can make one complete one with these two boxes, and then these two boxes are like new, never been opened, or have been opened but have never been used. So yeah, those do well on eBay. This is a box full of telephone cords. There's 10 per bag, and there's a whole bunch of bags down in there. Lots of telephone cords. I showed you that thing before. This is some sort of transformer signal generator. See if I can get it opened. I forget how it goes. Oh yeah, it goes like that. Let's see if it opens up. Ta-da. Signal generator. I think it's General Electric. GR. Huh. Anyways, it's kind of neat. So that's pretty good, really good condition, nice box. Telephone and a Sony servo checker. And I got a whole bunch of these 5 components here. JVC audio video selector, a couple of tape decks, CD player, DVD player, tape deck. And I got a whole bunch of these. So this is a solid state video player, and I got a whole bunch of those, and little sidekicks to go with them. Solid state video player, D-Lite by Design. Got a whole bunch of those. And I got one of these guys. This is a computer, I think, for a rack, server rack. There's another component for a server rack. So that's those two. Hope you guys enjoyed my auction haul. I had a really good time showing you guys everything here and finding treasure in these boxes. Now the job is to clean out my driveway and find a place for all this stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not going to stop. I got another auction in a couple days that I'm going to go to because, you know, now is the time to obtain stuff to resell. It's the good summer. A lot of auctions right now. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe to the channel. I read everyone's comments. I may not reply to your comments, but I definitely read everyone's messages. There's just so many of you guys now, I can't keep up. So make sure you let me know what you think of the videos. If you see anything that I may have missed, I learned so much from you guys. I really appreciate all you guys, and let me know if you see something, and give me hints and tricks that you know. So until then, until next video, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.